What's up guys, Tevy here, back again with another episode of Let's Play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And this one's going to be a little bit longer than the normal one, so I hope you guys are ready, because I know I'm not. Alright, so again, playing as Untitled, oh my god, this is the introduction to these freaking... Actually no, we've gone against these spear guys before back in Top Reptiles? But now they're here again. Obviously, just avoid them when they're doing their like rush attack thing towards you the first time and wait till they crash so they can be stunned for a bit and then you attack them. So yeah, just like that. That way you don't have to like worry about having to like dodge them in time if you just move completely out the way. And this episode we're going to be introduced to the, what are they called? The Triceratons? I think that's what they were called. Another variant of aliens from Dimension X. I haven't seen these guys yet though, but then again, I'm still not that far just because I've been working on trying to get all these recorded before so I can hurry and get them uploaded to YouTube. I normally don't do this anymore, but I wanted to upload this alongside Paper Mario that's been coming out, so that's why you'll see like 2 games out at once at this point, just because I really want to hurry up and get this one out, just because I really like it, and it's a part of that genre of games that I really enjoy, so I want to hurry up and put that out there and not wait until the end of Paper Mario to upload them. I don't really got enough room to move completely out the way, but I can dodge them. Okay, this is the last we just take for learning. Oh, and there's green ones too. Annoying. Oh my god, the green ones. They're probably more annoying just because they have the stupid shield that they put up. But then again, the shield can be broken if you attack it enough times, but if you just like roll to like the other side of them, like behind the shield, there's no point in destroying it, and you'll get a lot more hits in on him, so you can actually get him faster. God, Fister. Christ. Ooh, okay, you guys can stay down there. Cool, there's some pizza in there. And again, I can't really attack them when they're rushing. Oh, you know what? One of the downsides against like fighting against these alien characters, they're immune for us to grab them and throw them. We can only really throw the foot soldiers. Hence why you haven't seen me like do the fling toss or like the fling smash or whatever, just because I can't pick these guys up. The turtles are not physically strong enough to do that. However, in the cartoon though, they're strong as shit, because the things that they have been doing in that series is ridiculous. Literally, you see, what, Donatello? Yeah, it was Donatello. Literally ripped the side of the whole van off when they were making their, I still don't even remember what that van's called, but when they were making their turtle van, literally they ripped the entire wall off that side, and like so quickly with very little effort. So I don't know if it's the mutant that also made them superhuman strong. Maybe there's like a death file that goes out and explain it more in detail, but I do not remember them being that freakishly strong, because that was ridiculous. There's been other instances too that they've done something like that. Just don't remember. Oh, this is actually the 5th collectible. So this one hasn't been introduced to us yet, but I believe it was the Nimroids that wanted this, and there's only like 3 of these crystals that we have to get, so there's not a whole lot. But anyway, yeah, a few seconds ago we saw an achievement pop up in the bottom right. That was for getting all 5 different types of collectibles in the game, which is the newspapers, the diaries, the disgusting bugs, the VHS tapes, and now finally the crystals. Once you have at least one of those, then you'll get that achievement. You don't need to finish and collect all of them, you just need to get all 5 types. Well, and I'm about to die again. And I'm not learning anything about dodging them, so of course I want to keep on taking hits like this. Oh, thankfully that was about to finish them off. Do I have any pizzas?
Thanks for the help, Hamcats.
Oh, cool. So we got Das. He's one of the 3 Nimroids that we need. In fact, their voices in this game are very different than in the cartoon. Their designs are still the same, but I feel like it's a little bit different, because I knew one of them in the cartoon, they wore sunglasses. And oh my god, their voices. It was so high-pitched and like nasally, just to like emphasize their like use, because that's the thing at the time. And because we got limited ninja power right now, I just want to keep spamming this so I can actually defeat them relatively quickly and send them into the portal, which is probably back to Dimension X. Actually, no, because yeah, no, that is important to Dimension X. Triceraton, Captain Zorax, so that's the name, Triceraton. I already forgot it, so whoever. So Captain Zorax, haven't met him yet in the cartoon, but obviously, he's one of the main commanders for this particular race. I don't know if this particular one is also under the command of Crag in Dimension X. I know the Centurions are, but I'm not sure if these guys are as well. I probably want to say they might be. Just going off of assumptions. Of course, he attacks just like all the other members of his race. He can utilize shields, the guns, and he can actually send hordes of them at you to rush the field. Thankfully, like, it's mainly the gun that's the most annoying thing for me. And can I beat him without dying? I wanna hold out hope. Nope. Came close though, but that charging one at the very end just got me. But who cares? Go ahead and just give him one more good hit. Get behind the shield. There we go.
Just a minute. No.
Build up my gauge.
Way to go.
You know, I probably did it for nothing, because this stage doesn't have like the 2 alternate bosses for it. Because in the next episode that we're going to be coming up against, we're not going to have to be contending with just one boss. Now we're going to have to start going against 2 at a time. Or at least 2 in a stage at a time. If that makes sense. Not like how it was with Bebop and Rocksteady. More like you fight one boss, and then you continue on to another area in that same level, and then end up fighting another one. So before... that was surprising.
It won't fly.
Thought I was going to go and turn in that VHS tape to Vernon. I guess I decided to hold off on it for right now.
Wow. This lab is a technological marvel.
Alright, so we'll still keep playing as Donatello just because I'm still getting his level up, and we're almost there. We should be getting up to another level up when I get to 1,750. I believe that's the next requirement to actually get one, and then from there it's just a few more to hit 2,000. Okay. Don't know why my phone's still going off. Gotta answer them already. Anyway, still gonna have to fight against foot soldiers. It's been, I don't know, we did fight some in the last episode, just not as much compared to the other ones. And of course, you got these white Foot Clan ninjas that are really annoying just because they can counter you as soon as you attack them if you're facing forward, if it's not fast enough. So let's hurry up and get you guys out of my way, please. There we go. That's better. Nope. Nope. Yes. Alright, cool. Let's move on. Nope. I want to destroy this mechanism up here because if you leave it on, these silver parts in the wiring down with the green tubing will start to send out sparks of electricity, and that will hurt you, and this will be a good time to use a ninja special if I actually had it filled up. Because that way I can clear off the field and like give myself some breathing room. Well, unfortunately, I did end up dying because of them. But now there's only one more left. Okay, now you're out of my way. Need to like keep on moving and stay out of the way to get like friggin' ganged up on by everyone. That's mostly been the cause of my death right now. I keep getting surrounded by enemies from both sides, and they start grabbing me and attacking at the same time. At this point, this would be really good to actually have friends to play this with. And, oh gosh, these flybots, they're really annoying. Just because the positioning of where they are in relation to like the plane on the ground is because they can't fully see where I'm going with them. Got the pizza I don't really need. Oh, and of course there's hazards on these grounds right here. If you're standing on the propellers when they're spinning on the ground, it will hurt you, but that also goes for the enemies as well. So if they're ever casually walking over it, just like that, they're going to get attacked and hurt. So make sure you avoid standing on those, just period, even when they're stopped. Just avoid going in that area altogether and you'll be safe. Okay, no, I do have meter fill up, but I don't think this is an ideal time for me to use it. will probably be better for a much more wider range areas, just like this one probably. I need it. Oh, in fact, these enemies, these new ones right here, I don't remember what they're called, but in order to actually attack them, you can either do like an upward attack or a sliding attack to knock them over to where they're actually vulnerable to take damage. Otherwise, if you try attacking them normally when they're right side up, you won't deal any damage to them at all, so keep that in mind too. Just one more soldier left to take out. There we go, dodge in time. Okay, for these, this is really annoying the first time I went through these, so every time these send out a puff of ice at you, they will freeze you in place, and you'll have to button mash to get out of it. For the most part, you can reach through that entire area if you just quickly like run through once they come down. And I think this area, it doesn't do it. So they're just decorations. I think flybots should come out of them at some point, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh cool, we leveled up again. Got an extra bit of life added. That should be our second to last one, because when you reach level 10, that's when you'll get one more added. Yep, there goes the flybots coming out. So at first I was confused of what was going on in the background, but it's just the process of them coloring the foot soldiers to the correct coloring on here. I was like, what the fuck is going on up there? Why are they getting like spray painted? Until I realized, okay, they're robots, that's why. It's a production line. And before I can move on, I just gotta take out this last flybot. Oh my god, this part is so annoying. So, that little machine in the background that's in the center, avoid the areas where it's shooting out electricity, because that will mainly affect you. You can jump over it, but for the most part it looks like it doesn't really hurt the foot soldiers as much as I recall, at least when I was going through it. Maybe it does, and I was just not paying that much attention to it, but from what I saw, it didn't do anything. Oh, I got some Mama Mousers here to deal with. Go ahead and bring them in. Great. Okay, good. I got one of these flipped over. Well, it looks like when they explode near each other, that causes them to flip over too, so that's fortunate. Nice. Got that relatively fast. Oh, okay, we're already at the boss. Alright, so boss at this stage is Baxter Stockton. So this is my first time, this was my first time seeing this iteration of Baxter Stockton. So, because I was like weirded out, like, why is he like this? At least, like, the particular hairstyle. Once I saw him in the cartoon, like, oh, okay, that makes sense, that's how he looks like. In fact, for the most part, in all the other instances, when he does get mutated, he always turns into a fly monster, which is understandable given that that's the main thing he's known for, that he's iconic for. And you didn't actually see it because I did too much damage to him, but he does do this laser move too, but there is a first level to it to where they are blue lasers and they don't attack you as aggressively. Because I did too much damage on him right at the very beginning, he completely skipped that entire phase and went straight on to like the powered up lasers, but we're already done.
You no good ninjas! Way to go!
And we got another challenge done. I did not even pay attention to that one, so thankfully, knocked that one out the path. And we only got a few more points left for me to reach level 10 for Donatello.
The old dome has seen better days.
It looks like they were successful in finally reviving Krang's body. And now, we are finally going to Dimension X. Alright, so this, I think this is probably going to be the last one that we're able to take on. Okay, they're almost fully done with it. The body itself is done. They still need the mechanism for Crag to control the body in there. And in this one, we're introduced to the orange foot soldiers, which can throw bombs at us, and that's all they're really good for. And since we're in Dimension X now, this is where you're going to start seeing the Centurions a lot more often because this is their home planet. And this is the one that Crag is from too, and this is where we're going to find the other two Nimroids. In fact, this is probably where the second? Yeah, this is where the second one is that I didn't show on screen because I had to find it off screen when I was recording and I couldn't replicate it again unless I start the whole game over. So when we get to it, I'll show you where it is. I'll show you where she is. Since there's 3 of them all together, 2 of them are boys, 1 of them is a girl, and I think Mikey had a crush on the female one. Either that or he was just super friendly to her, as far as I can remember from that episode that I watched. And I think there should be a collectible here too. Yep.
Didn't think of trying to steal my story.
I wonder, was this the tape I was looking for? Because I keep thinking like, okay, this has to be the last tape for Burn, because there's only like 5 of them I need to get. But I think that might have been the last one. How it ended up in a whole nother dimension is beyond me, but you know what? I am not going to question the logic of a pixel beat 'em up. So let's see. We're getting close to it. So another thing that I realized too while seeing this after watching the cartoon, there were gray Centurions too, however their design was a little bit different from the brown ones. Okay, here it is. So that gray pod that you see in the upper right hand side, you want to keep on attacking that until it opens up, because that's going to be where the other one is. And I didn't realize that until later, that you can actually attack it and break it open. So yes, to find one of the 3 Nimroids, break open that pod right there in the top right corner. So let's go ahead and take out these guys. You gotta avoid them whenever they do their stupid charge. Oh, another way to avoid it other than jumping is if you do like your upward slash attack, it gives you enough distance and range to actually overcome it and leap over them. Now we only got 1 more left to do. Ooh, barely dodged that. I thought I would die. Well, I did die. That's why I only have 4 lives left. So yeah, that's a hint right there that they open up. In fact, I think if you break open that second one too, there's a pizza in there for you. Gonna destroy you. I just really wish I caught that on screen to actually like break that open to show you guys, but like I said, at first this wasn't supposed to be a 100% playthrough until like I ended up getting everything. It's like, okay, probably should have did it, but it doesn't matter. I told you where it is. I'll make sure that it's highlighted so you know where to actually attack and go through. So other than that, there is only 1 more collectible that I need to show you that I did not get on screen. And I think, was it still soon or did we already pass it? I think we might have already passed it now that I think about it. But you know what? It's not too hard to find on... Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I don't have to destroy those. I can go through once to beat all the enemies. The freaking mounted guns that you see there, they're not required to actually, like, destroy to move forward. Now I got another elevator section. In fact, this is where we're introduced to this type of fight to where, like, we attack, or we fight against, like, 2 bosses in the same stage at 2 different points. Once we get rid of all these enemies falling down on the elevator. Oh my gosh, I'm not dodging them anymore. They just, oh, okay, please stop. You're like literally like comboing me and getting stuck. However, I don't think they can actually hurt each other when they're doing their dashes like the bosses do in their boss fights. I think they just straight up go through each other. I think you should be the last one. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said. Got a few more left to do. And honestly, I probably should have seen that super just get it through and over with so we can beat them quickly. But I was very stingy at utilizing my supers during my playthrough, so it's like I want to hold on to it for as long as I can, in case I need it, even though I can build it up instantly by just taunting and not getting hit. Is that the last one? Yes, it is. Alright, here's General Crag. So he is the first boss we have to go against, and he rips off a portion of the elevator to use as a shield. Just dodge roll behind him, and you can get through it. And this shield does break after a certain amount of hits, so it's not always a... See, look, it's already broken. After that one, he just starts shooting his bazooka at you, and then at certain points he will just straight up use it as a blunt weapon and just smack you with it. But if you just keep him in this like little section over here, and just keep like rolling and dodging at just the right moment, you can just keep him there in the center stage, and he will never have the chance to go and get back his shield. The only annoying thing for this fight is a freaking Centurion grunt in the background who keeps on attacking like getting these damn brush attacks. Because I'm not focusing on attacking him, I'm trying to take this dude out. And there's always going to be one on here. So that doesn't end the stage just because we beat him, because there's still a whole nother boss we have to take out. So I was able to heal up. I should have taunted and build up my meter again. Oh my god, this is like the worst combination of enemies for me to go against. These rushing enemies and these robots, as well as that stupid thing in the background that causes like the electric spike to go through, electric surge to go through the center of the area. Just because he can knock me into it, and I do have to like run and rush to actually attack that robot. But it looks like for Donatello, if I just do my basic like 4-hit combo, it will knock him over. I'm suppose if you do your heavy attack too, that'll be another way to flip him over. But for now, I'm getting like really close to dying because of that. And these are not the right enemies for me to be facing right now, just because the way I fight, the way they counter as soon as you hit them, super annoying. Thankfully I didn't die. Pizza, please? Nope, there's a pit though. Oh my gosh, this is the worst setup. I ended up dying anyway. Oh, you know, I think there's, one of the challenges for this level is to throw 2 enemies into a pit. And literally this is like the first instance of where we actually saw a pit. So I wasn't thinking about it at all until like much later on, to where I saw a challenge. It's like, oh okay, I need to do that, and then I never saw the pits until now. Like, this is the worst spot for me to have to throw them into a dang pit. And I gotta angle myself a little bit better. And like the jumping across ledges are super weird for me in this game, just because of how weird it is to like try to jump while running, so you can't do that. You really have to walk to actually jump. Alright, so we found a second shard, so we only get one more left to actually finish their thing. I showed you where to get the girl. So now we just have to find the last guy, as well as the last shard. There is I think there's a few more disgusting bugs we need to get to finish the Punk Frogs thing. We should be done with Vern's request now to get all 5 of his tapes. So I shouldn't have to do that. Let's see. We already got all the newspapers, already got all of Irma's things, so those are done. We're actually pretty close to getting to level 10 now as Donatello, which means this will probably be like the last video that utilizes him, and then the remaining ones I'll probably use as April or Splinter, just to get him leveled up. Alright, and now here goes the boss for this one, Chrome Dome. We can't attack him physically for right now until a certain phase of this fight, so for right now just ignore him and focus on attacking the foot soldiers. When he's like this, he will send his fists to attack you by extending them, and we just want to keep holding out by fighting these enemies and dodging his fists until an explosive barrel comes out to the middle of the screen, and then we want to attack that to actually get him to a point where we can damage him. So boom, there goes the barrel. So let's go ahead and attack the barrel. And that damages the robot, so he comes back and he's weakened, and he's actually able for us to actually hurt. He got about like almost half of his health bar at that first hit, thankfully, and he went really close into that fight like right away for his next transition. So that was actually kind of lucky for me. because I did not expect it for it to happen so quickly. And the screen is like getting like flooded with foot soldiers, so I really need to clear it out so I actually have space to see where I am. For now, it's just a waiting game until the barrel finally comes back down, and we're able to actually attack him again. I love how specials do so much damage. I don't even know why I'm physically attacking, because I know it's not going to work. Just trying to hurry and get him to leave out my way. And you kind of have a little tell of when the fist is about to come, because you'll see it in the bottom left or bottom right of the screen just before it fully extends. Oh cool, backs out down to tunnel. So now he's all the way at level 10. So now all I have to do is switch over to April and start getting her leveled up too. And this should be it for personnel.
Way to go!
Alright, so episode 13 is now clear. This is the longest one. Episode 13, actually 13, 14, 15 I think are pretty long. But anyway, that is going to be it for today's episode. So, yep, there we go. Completed Vern's request. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and in the next one, we'll take on episode 14 and 15, and we're going to be doing that as April O'Neil, but first, I'm going to go ahead, I honestly should have did this as April, just because those points would have been really helpful going towards her levels, instead of someone who's already maxed out. But anyway, if you guys liked the video, give the video a like, leave a comment, all those good things you really say, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care everyone.